trick in making my love stick? What's the trick?
I asked you for this podcast, do you have your list of your top 10 Spielberg films?
I do.
Okay. Well, so what I think we will do is you will start at 10 and I will start at 10 and we'll go back and forth and just like, okay, so and we'll just touch on these briefly. My number 3 is Jaws. The original terrified of the water movie. We never, we lived in landlocked Texas for the majority of our lives. Sharks were not really a consideration until actually we moved overseas. And even then it was never, I don't know. I just never had the fear of sharks that the rest of the world had. All right.
Well, I was almost a mile offshore in a small kayak when we were overseas, and I saw infamous shark fin. And I was,
I have no doubt.
I heard Donna. Donna.
Also, Robert Shaw, probably one of my favorite performances in a Spielberg movie as Flint, the crazy survivor of the USS Indianapolis in Jaws. Great performance. All right, so what is your number 1?
Jaws.
Very well thought.
And specifically what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Because of that scene.
The USS Indianapolis scene. Yeah.
I think that's one of the finest scenes ever of any movie I've ever seen.
Just the three guys down there being drunk, talking about stuff.
One of my favorite. They're all drunk on the boat, and correct me if I'm wrong. You probably know more about this, but I don't know his name.
Robert Shaw.
He was actually like fucked up drunk whenever he did that.
Yes, a notorious drunk in real life. Yes,
and that was mostly improv, as I understand it.
Yes, and
correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a naval veteran.
He was
World War II, was he?
Yes, he was in World War II.
Was he actually on the?
No, he was not on the Indianapolis.
I don't think. Okay.
Yeah, but I was stating this exact scene yesterday. It's like, you ever seen a shark's eyes like a doll's eye? Like it's so
Dead eyes.
Yeah, it's so back. Great. Yes. Yeah.
That's one of the best movie scenes I think ever.
One of the all-time Oscar snubs in my mind. No Oscar nomination for Robert Shaw, and it is a shame. And not only that, it's not only him reciting it, it's Roy Schneider and Richard Dreyfuss sitting back and going, man, that is a wild story. Like,
you can actually see him like,
man, yeah. I mean,
it's so convincing.
Yes.
Of a story, and he's got that like silver tooth.
And keeps calling him Chief. Oh, I love it. It's so great.
Chief.
It's so great. I agree.
That's one of the best movie scenes ever. Ever.
And for all the reasons we talked about before, even though it's not exactly the best watch, Schindler's List is my number 1. Just based off of greatness. It's almost flawless. But I could talk about that Robert Shaw scene for 40 more minutes.
I know it.
So good, so good.
What's the trick? What's the trick? In making my love stick.